got ourselves another drive and talk vlog today. Just gonna throw a couple of ruminations out there. Just some stuff that's been prancing about my mind the last couple days. The last couple days have not been the best couple days. Let's put it that way. So let's go over a brief recap of what has happened over the last couple days. And like I said, they are not all good things, but just because they aren't good doesn't mean they're bad. And they're all pretty understandable from all points of view. Maybe that's just because I'm an understanding guy. But anyways, here's what's happened over the last few days. I joined a band. I subsequently got fired from that band. And I spent a shitload of money. About a week ago, I was on a website known as Craigslist, perusing the musicians wanted section. Came across an ad of some like-minded fellas who wanted to make good music. And I sent them my information, and they basically hired me on the spot. That was the cool part. I really enjoyed that. So we hung out a couple times, we worked on some songs together, you know, band stuff. Then out of the blue, the other night, I get a text from one of the members of this band who said, "Hey, hate to tell you this, but we don't need you anymore. We're moving in a different direction. Sorry, bye." Just like that. I was, understandably, confused, and maybe just a teensy bit livid. So I got in contact with these gentlemen, and I said, "Hey, what happened? What did I do? Is there anything I can do to repair this situation?" And the answer I got in response was, "It's nothing you did. We like you very much. It's that when we all lived in Vegas," because the three of them had lived in Vegas together for a while, before they moved out here. "When we lived in Vegas, we had a buddy out there who played guitar, and when we started this band, we told him he could be the guitarist. However, he didn't want to move to California with us at the time, so we started looking for a different guitarist, but we told him if he moved out here, the position was his. He decided to move out there 2 days after I was hired into the band. I got given a job that was never mine in the first place. And I was very, very bitter about that for a couple days, and if there's a very slight chance that the guys who are in that band see this, no hard feelings at all. I understand. He's your friend, dude. Whatever. But the upside of this is, within 12 hours of being fired from this band, I got an offer from a friend of mine to join their band. 12 hours. I don't know how I became in such high demand, but I am thrilled. I haven't said yes to joining this friend's band yet for a couple reasons. The main reason I've not said yes is this friend lives in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, living in California and a different band member living in Minnesota does not make the musical process very concise. Bearing that in mind, I'm planning a trip to Minnesota to see if it's a good musical fit, to see if I like the city, to see if I can handle how absolutely fucking cold Minnesota is. From what I hear, I've never been, but I guess I will be. So yeah, that's what's been ping-ponging around my mind, and you know, the way I'm starting to look at things, I've got nothing to lose. I dropped out of school because college didn't make me happy. I didn't find it fulfilling. Usually I felt like I was wasting my time. I felt like I was only there to please members of my family who had gone to school or had wanted to go to school and couldn't, and if I didn't go, I was letting them down. And you know, I gave it a really good shot for 2.5 years. It's not like I just went to school for a week and didn't like it. I gave it my best. I gave it my best about 75% of the time. Pretty much as soon as I went into school, I knew I wanted to make music for the rest of my life. That's just what I want to do. It makes sense to me. I find it fulfilling. It makes me happy. It's a lot of fun. It just mixes all my loves. I dropped out of school bearing that in mind and knowing it was not going to be an easy path, but now that I'm not in school and I have a job that lets me transfer pretty easily to wherever I want, as long as that area is hiring, like, what have I got to lose? You know? I'm not really held down by anything. Most of my friends live out of the state, so it's not like I'm forsaking anyone. My job lets me go where I want. I'm not in school and I'm pursuing music, so it's a very easily travelable career, if that makes sense. So yeah, like, really, what could go wrong? I mean, well, obviously a lot of financial shit could go wrong, but in a much more life-encompassing sense, it's a really good opportunity. So I've just kind of had that on my mind for the last couple days. Oh yeah, and the final part, spending a shit ton of money. I bought a new guitar. It's in the mail right now. I bought a guitar online twice before. You've seen one in a vlog. You can see me unbox my Fender Hellcat in my vlog from 2015 called The Discomfort Polo. See how I remember all that? This one, I bought a guitar online in June of this year. And I thought it was going to be the guitar I wanted. Turned out not to be the guitar I wanted. I sold it for a very small loss, which is whatever. I think I lost like $100 on it. So renting a guitar for 5 months or whatever and losing $100, that's not that bad. Whatever. But the fiasco I went through selling that guitar, my God. Long story short, sold the guitar on eBay. Couldn't get PayPal to let me buy the stickers that you need to put on the thing to ship it. So I had to ship it privately, which cost a lot of money, let me tell you. It was like fucking $80 to ship this box. And then I sent it to the US Postal Service, something I will not be doing ever again at all, ever, because they're too lazy to scan items when they go to other post offices. So I got an email from the guy who bought this guitar asking me where the hell it was, and I had no idea because the US Postal Service wasn't telling us anything. So I had to drive back to the shipping center 3 days after I shipped the goddamn thing to have them tell me that they don't know where it is, so I have to go to the post office. So I went to the post office and they told me exactly what their website said, so I had to talk to the manager, the postmaster, and I had to ask her where this box was, and all she could give me was a rough date, and the rough date was that it was going to be in the city where it was being shipped to on the 27th, which was 10 days after the guitar sold and 8 days after I shipped it. And it didn't even get there then. It didn't get there till today, the 28th. It took me 11 days from selling the guitar to getting it to its owner, which is really bad. 2 of those days were my own fault, admittedly. 9 of those days are just completely unaccounted for. And my money's still impending on PayPal. So until it clears, I have 8 cents in my bank account because I bought that other guitar. Way to go, Aaron.